watched Cabin in the Woods.
Ugh, that ending wasn't nearly what I thought it was going to be. Can you believe it got such great reviews?
Give it a break. Considering what horror's been the past decade, that wasn't that bad.
But what was with that crap climax? It doesn't bother me that the end of the world happened, but the hell? A man can't be the virgin that's allowed to survive? It has to be a woman? Bull crap!
I know. Typical patriarchy, slut-shaming, virgin idolizing schlock. I know. But the special effects were really good. You did see the same onslaught of monsters that I did, right?
I did, and that was pretty cool. You can pretty much get me to like anything that has a bunch of monsters fighting.
The saving grace of Silent Hill Revelation.
Ugh, don't remind me.
But Pyramid Head versus Claudia was awesome.
Whatever. That still doesn't make up for the crappy ending, especially when the rest of Cabin in the Woods is so good. The subversion of the tropes in horror, Chris Hemsworth being a total hottie, the lack of a virgin female character that could be spared, it set it up so well that to be an epic subversion of horror that other films fail to be.
In its defense, subversion's getting dull. Scream did it first and it was a lot better and a lot funnier.
But Scream was making fun of those tropes. Cabin in the Woods started to take them and show that horror films don't need them to be good films. But then it shoots itself in the foot. Those scientists were forcing them to fit tropes that they don't fit, with a sacrifice to a bunch of pagan gods that isn't going to work. You have to play by their rules. If they want a virgin, you give them a real virgin, not your interpretation of what a virgin is supposed to be. Had they succeeded in killing him and not her, they would have all died anyway.
They did all die anyway.
But not in a way that proves that they were right in what they were doing. She was not a virgin. He was. If anything, she was a fool for having an affair with her teacher. She had horrible judgment.
Well, at least you didn't have to get your hopes completely dashed so that a black character would survive for a change. It's always y'all white people surviving.
I guess you're right. It's hard to remember what black characters are actually in horror films, let alone those who survive the film.
There was this one movie in the 90s that Lawrence Fishburne was in. Fishburne died last and the other black guy lived. This wouldn't be a big deal because everyone tends to die in horror anyway, but the black guy always gets killed off first, and heaven forbid that there's a black woman in a horror film, let alone one that survives. And don't get me started on supernatural cult TV shows with black women.
Still bitter about what they did to Vampire Slayer 2. What was her name again?
Yes, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. And don't get me started on CW Supernatural with black women. Almost non-existent.
Casey Robinson is alive, though, as is that hunter lady Tamara. Callie, too.
Callie is Indian. She's got that on her side, but okay, I guess that works.
The actress is Indian?
According to her IMDb page.
Huh. Oh, and there's Portia.
Portia?
Yeah, that witch is familiar.
The one who turned into a dog? And wore a collar for the rest of the episode and called her white boyfriend Master?
Yes?
Ugh! Is it really that hard for these white male directors and writers to give us a good, well-developed female and POC character? Is it really that much of a struggle for the horror genre? Really?
I know, it sucks.
Well, if you really want to know society's values, watch a horror film. Watch how they treat their characters. See who they care about. See who they want to survive.
You think you have it bad?
Riley, I'll call you back.
You're not the one who these movies always give mommy issues to, or force super abusive family situations or incest sob stories onto. I mean, how many times are they going to tell a story about a guy who grows up to be a serial killer who has the hots for his mother? I mean, and that's not even true in most cases. I know plenty of homicidal maniacs who had perfectly normal relationships with their parents. And me, I've killed plenty of sick bastards who hadn't even heard a fly.
And why are they all men, huh? Why can't there be a female serial killer in these popular movies for a change? I mean, us ladies like to hack and slice too. I mean, why do you think we started hanging in the kitchen in the first place? Let me tell you, my last boyfriend told me to go into the kitchen when I asked him to let me help him cut up a prostitute with him. And you don't tell a mass murderer to go into the room where all the knives are.
But I stabbed him so many times. He looked like Swiss cheese. Oh my God. He looked like Swiss cheese. He looked like Swiss cheese. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Back here! This is even dangerous. It pays to be genre savvy. Hey, Riley. Yeah, I'll watch Scream with you.
Not as genre savvy as they think.